The confirmation from Jeff the ref, sporting a nice black and white number on this one, that we are indeed a go-go, and it's a thing. Just go with it, everybody. As we hear in the final part of the elimination bracket for the Bretonnian forces, as we had the army of Repanse de Lyonesse with her knights errant, a couple of units of those, mounted yeomen. Repanse this time mounted on horseback. She's brought her favoritist horse, I believe it's called Suleiman, with another unit of mounted yeomen, archers, men-at-arms with swords, men-at-arms with polearms, another men-at-arms with polearms, knights errant, and another mounted yeoman archers, backed by a paladin and a Grail relic. A pretty solid force overall. A lot of well-armoured, hard-hitting cavalry, a couple of special units in there. No peasant bowmen, but we do have 2 units of yeoman archers. Across from her is the forces of Alberic de Bordeleaux, who is bringing with him a Pegasus Knights, alongside a Knights of the Realm. He's bringing the peasant bowmen this time with pox arrows, got a couple of those. We've got men-at-arms with polearms, men-at-arms with shields, a couple of units of those. We've got another peasant bowman with pox arrows, a peasant mob, a knight errant, and another Pegasus Knight. So his force a little bit different compared to what we saw with him versus King Lyonesse. He's also bringing his own Grail relic, so we're going to have the dust-up between the 2 relics here, alongside Alberic, who once again has decided to step out onto the field on foot alongside his infantry. Let's see how this goes in the final. This one to determine who amongst the Bretonnian legendary lords will represent their faction in the main tournament of the old world. So here we go. Both sides sizing each other up. The 2 knights errant there from Repanse trying to go out to the flank. No artillery brought this time, which is kind of surprising. The Bretonnians had brought 2 lots of artillery in each battle, and it's not really worked out for them on both occasions. So I think both, funnily enough, it's also both of the victorious factions who are the ones that have not brought the artillery, whereas the losing factions both did. So I guess they've decided that it would be better to spend their points on some of the specialist units, or just experience for some of these specialist units, as the fight has spread out quite wide here in Languille. Repanse's forces looking, well, I was going to say looking relatively strong on the right flank, but then one of her knights errant immediately breaks, takes huge casualties, and that's going to force her onto the back foot. Those Pegasus Knights really causing trouble. Mounted yeoman archers taking a lot of bow fire now. Those pox arrows are going to do a lot of damage over time as they all get riddled with disease. And yes, the mounted yeoman archers already fleeing the field. It's actually looking bad for, sorry, not Alberic, for Repanse's forces, although Alberic does lose a Pegasus Knights on the left flank of Repanse. It's all to play for in the centre, though, as a number of her units are battling a single men-at-arms with polearms. But the trifecta of peasant bowmen with pox arrows is really working out for Alberic here, as he's just peppering the troops of Repanse there, slowly wearing them down as he constantly repositions. Repanse has finally ordered one of her knights errant to try and get them, but unfortunately they collided with his men-at-arms with polearms. This is not good, because it means the archers can once again rain death, and that is exactly what they're going to do, right into the back of the knights errant, as they start to lose a lot of their troops. A lot of their morale is dropping from those hits. They're taking damage over time. I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, there's the casualties raining in now. They started with 49 at the charge. They've dropped to 38 as they flee, as they turn around to go track another target. But now they're going to try and get revenge. No, they're just dawdling. They're confused. They're spinning around in the circle. The trees have confused them, and they're fleeing. There we go. So, as to be expected from French cavalry, they completely screw it up, just like they did at Agincourt, and archers completely butcher them. As we continue to see the fight now, as Alberic cements his domination of the front line, he is now stabbing up the men-at-arms with polearms there of Repanse, but Repanse is there in the same scrum. She's trying to fight back, but here come the Pegasus Knights as they just rain in. And, to be fair, she did just decapitate one of them, so maybe the Pegasus Knights made a mistake in deciding to attack the Bretonnian world's version of Jeanne d'Arc. Mounted yeoman archers trying their best to assist, but I don't think they're as effective as the peasant bowmen, who are working as a solid unit. You can just see this cloudy haze of death. I mean, Nurgle would be proud with the amount of disease that's being rained down here. Grail relic looking a bit worse for wear. I don't know. Oh, there it is. There's the Grail relic for Alberic's forces. We can get the camera to have a look at that. Both of them are taking a fair amount of damage, but they're still hanging in there for the time being, and I'm hopefully not cursing them. No, I have cursed it. That Grail Relic on that side is going to fall very soon. It's got very, very few hit points remaining. Alberic has just really shown that he's definitely the one, in my opinion, to lead the Bretonnians in the main tournament, because, yeah, he's definitely shown up his contemporaries. That is for certain. He's defeating both King Luen Leoncoeur and now defeating Repanse de Lyonesse. It's not looking good for her. There's very little of her troops left. There's a Knights Errant that are looking for a target, and it looks like they're going to try and get the Peasant Bowmen. Yep, they've broken left. Here they go. They smash into the peasants. They're going to take a few of them with them before they get killed themselves, probably by a counter charge. Peasants are taking on of it, and they drop one of the Knights Errant there. In fact, the peasants actually fought them off. The Knights Errant are fleeing. Unsurprisingly, given the fact that their morale was quite low, you would have thought that the charge might have perked them up a bit. Nope, it wasn't enough. We've got... It's just the dregs of Repanse's forces, and Repanse herself is low on hit points. She's stuck right in the middle of the scrum. There's lots of enemies all trying to attack her here. We've got to be careful with language. You don't want to mention the word bang or gang in any way, shape or form here with her. And she has fled the field. Knights of the Realm looking for a target, but I think it's over. Alberic de Bordeleaux wins, securing himself the right to lead the forces of Bretonnia in the main tournament. We'll see who their opponent will be much further down the line. We've got lots of other factions to go through yet, lots of battles to be fought, especially with the upcoming Dark Elves, who have got quite a few lords. There are going to be quite a few preliminary elimination brackets there to get through. But thank you everyone for joining. I hope you're enjoying this, the Tournament of the Old World. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.